Sandy, row one to your left.
Douglas.
Sandy. You've had a lot of success in the playoffs and challenges, I believe.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
What goes into it? I mean, who's the one saying, "Hey, we should go this one, or maybe not go that one," so to speak?
Yeah, one of my video coordinator, assistant coach slash. Oh, hey Jeff.
Thanks. First of all, thanks for taking the time. So in this finals, there is perhaps some more pressure on New York, considering what happened last year, considering the effort it took to build this team, and considering that who knows how much longer they'll be together through factors beyond their control, such as the expansion draft. So how do you keep your players mentally sound on both an athletic and mental level out there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course there's pressure, but at the moment we're just focused on one game at a time. We're not feeling any outward pressure. We're very locked in. I think the experience from last year that we've had first year together and what we've been able to build, year two, I think we're pretty poised. I'm pretty poised. And I get too high or too low. I've got really experienced players, and we have to lean into that experience to just focus on one game at a time.
Sandy, to your left in the second row.
Hey, Coach. Throughout the entire season, you've talked about peaking at the right time and wanting to peak at the right time. And also recently you said that Minnesota might not have seen your best so far. So is this team peaking at the right time? And why do you think that is?
100%. I think the other two series have prepared us for this moment. The regular season's prepared us for this moment, all the experiences. And I do believe we're peaking at the right time. Now, you still have to go out and do it. But, you have to have confidence in what got you here. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I think we're playing at a high level, and we're just going to have to do it for 3 more games.
Sandy, next question, second row to your right.
Thanks, Sandy. Just what do you remember a year ago in game 1 of that series against Las Vegas, the first quarter, how you were feeling, how you reacted during timeouts, and how do you avoid that?
So far long ago, I just know we got our butts kicked. So that wasn't a great feeling. I didn't go back and watch it. I know what it felt like. It was game 4. I remember getting our butts kicked in Vegas, but that was part of the home court, why we wanted to work to get that number 1 seed. We got a great fan base here. It's going to be really loud in this building. That's the 6th man that's going to help us. But we still got to go out there and play well. And, every new game's a new challenge for us. So that's in the past now. I try and stay in the moment. We've learned from those experiences. We talked about that scar going into the Vegas series. Scars heal, but we've become a better team. Now we're peaking at the right time, but we're playing a really great team as well.
Sandy, front row to your right.
Obviously, you got to approach, or at least you want to approach every game the same, but does it feel different starting off this series at home as compared to last year starting off on the road?
Yeah, it probably does. It's actually nice. Like I said, that was one of our goals this year. We thought that would help us. Home court's been great for us all season long. We're just so business-like at the moment. I suppose for the experience, a lot of us have been in finals. So this is my 3rd in 4 years. So I think if it was your first time, there'll be a little bit more nervousness. But I feel, confident. We've done the work. Now we just have to go out there and play well.
Sandy, row one to your left.
Douglas.
Sandy. You've had a lot of success in the playoffs and challenges, I believe.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
What goes into it? I mean, who's the one saying, "Hey, we should go this one, or maybe not go that one," so to speak?
Yeah, one of my video coordinator, assistant coach slash, Brondello. He's the one behind the bench. He probably gets very sweaty at times because I'm like, "Come on, let's go," and then he'll show off. If I see it, and I can see it myself, I'll do it. But he's done a good job in those ones. And, hopefully the officiating is great tonight. We don't have to challenge any. But if we do, it's nice when you win them, and you can, obviously in close games, you want to keep them strategy wise to keep them, near the end as well.
Sandy, front row to the right.
Hey, Sandy, part of what's made the Lynx's defense so hard for you all to figure out during the regular season was that they were very good at taking away the process that you all go about getting your offense. You talk about paint to great quite a bit, and what they do is they just clog the paint. So I'm just curious how you're looking to counter that, not just tonight, but in the series.
Yeah, no, I think obviously that's what's made them where they are, a great team this year is their improved defense, and it's the same every single game, but they just trust it and they just rotate so well. They're on a string, a bit like what we did in Vegas. It can be very disruptive. You have to have a plan going forward. You have to play with a little bit of poise, but you have to have great spacing and good movement. Yes, paint to great, then it's decision making, and then it's making shots, really, when it comes down to, now they rotate well. We have to have a good, balance of inside, outside, and, hopefully we can exploit them and we can take away some of their open stuff.
Sandy standing all the way in the back.
Hey, coach. So documented pretty well that the motivation tactics for the Vegas series worked, showing the clips from last year. Anything in particular you did for this series, to get the team ready, to be playing that best Liberty basketball that the Lynx haven't seen yet?
Yeah, look, I think when you've lost 3 times to this team, that should be motivation in itself. You've lost to the Commissioner's Cup, that's motivation. They've had our number. And when you go back and watch the games, I was pretty disappointed in the way we played in all of those games. We weren't nowhere near where we're at now. But it's going to be 2 great teams going against each other. It's going to be a bit of a chess game. Head to heads, talk about the individual battles as well. The motivation is they've beaten us. That should get our attention, and we're locked in, and we've had some really good days of practice and we're ready to go.
Sandy front row center.
Yeah, coach. One of the things Sabrina said after game 3 was that the Aces defense against her that day reminded her of Minnesota's. I'm not asking you to give away any secrets, but are there things you guys have worked on specifically with Sabrina in terms of going against this Minnesota defense?
Yeah, look, obviously they have a lot of congestion. I think Sabrina, you saw game 3 to game 4, we kind of, made the adjustments. It's more like patience and poise. We don't need to overdo it with the dribble. Play smart. You have to outsmart them. You have to move them. If you want to just play at a one-on-one and play hero ball, we're just going to fall straight into their hands. So we have to stay true to our identity and what got us here.
Last question, Sandy, will come from the second row all the way to the right.
Thanks, Ron. Sandy, what does it mean to coach against Cheryl Reeve? What's it like? And what does she mean, all of her many years of success to you and the coaching fraternity in the league? Thanks.
Yeah, Cheryl's a great coach. She's been around the league for so long. We've been competitors going head to head with my time in Phoenix. We had some great showdowns there. And, it's great for her it's been a while since she's back and been in the finals. So I know she's excited about that. She's put a great team together, but have a lot of respect. One of the greatest coaches that we've had in the W.
Sandy, thank you very much.
Thanks.